Hello everyone, how do you guys? Welcome to another t-shirt design. And today I am going to make a t-shirt design for print on demands. Like I'm saying this print on demand because this kind of designs they are really for print on demands, not like clients work on Fiverr or Upwork like that. So these are very niche specified. As you can see, this is the example design I'm going to take here, and I'm going to make it in my way, in my style. So this is the text for me. I am a lucky mom. I have a crazy tattooed daughter. That means the focus audience is that, like, someone is a mom and then also she has a daughter and that daughter has some tattoo, so then this design will be related to them. So this is very niche specified targeted audience design, and I'm just going to do it for one of my client. He is asking me to do this, but you can do this kind of designs, like you can always modify. So this is my daughter point here. So I am a lucky mom, I have a crazy daughter. That part is really good. If you want to change it, like here is something called tattooed daughter. If you can change it like I have a crazy nurse daughter, crazy kind of teacher daughter, you can change the niche always. And these are some elements I'm going to use in this design. These are some ribbons. I will attach this in my Facebook group, you will be able to download it. And I'm not sure, I will be using this vector pack. This is a tattoo girl from freepik. This is free to download, but I am not going to use it as it is because that can be copyrighted. As I'm making this for print on demand, so there is no that kind of copyrights, but still I don't want to take any kind of risk here. So I'm just going to use it something like this. I don't want these guns, I just want this girl vector and then these rows. So let's copy this one so that I can place her in my artboard. Now as you can see, there is tons of details here, and for that I'm going to simply trim this image from my pathfinder. And once it is trimmed, I can double click to isolate this group. Then I can simply click on this black, and then I'm going to press Ctrl X to cut it. You can see everything else is remaining here. Let's press Ctrl A to select it all, then delete. Now press Ctrl F, so that will paste my black parts only. So as you can see, there is no other color, only black in my design. I can select it, then let's make it complete black so that there is no confusion. Now this is my okay. So as you can see, it happens when we cut something from a group, it becomes ungroup. So let's group it again. That is fine. So that is my girl vector I'm going to use, and then I'm going to use some like these roses. I can simply take them as they are. So let's select it from here, trim them like this, then double click, and then I'm going to click on this black. Ctrl X to cut, Ctrl A, and then delete. Sorry, you can see these areas are remaining here. Let's take eraser tool and remove them. Okay, so these are group of that particular object, so let's delete them. Okay, don't worry. So let's press Ctrl V. So Ctrl V will paste my black outlines of my roses here. Let's make them a group. Ctrl C to copy. Now I'm going to press it here. So this is my black version of the roses. Let's make them complete black to see if there is any compound path or anything else. So that is nothing there because it becomes a complete black. That is fine. Now I want to use them here in my design, but I want to do some modifications. Like I don't just want to place them as they are, as that can be copyrighted because anyone else can do it too, as this is a free vector, so anyone can take it from free picky, they can use it. So for that I'm going to use do some modifications here, something kind of this. I just want to hide this bottom part of the girl here, not like that, maybe in this way. This is basically keeping the original theme, but with my other elements like these floral elements, I'm going to make it something kind of different than the original one. So this is looking like this right now. Let's change the color so that we can see each part individually. So let's say this is my position of the design. Now for this one here, I want to make it like, I want to keep it Ctrl X Ctrl F. I want to keep it on top of the girl. so that's why I want to select this, then copy. Now I'm going to select my this girl image, then go to transparency, open transparency and press Ctrl F. So Ctrl F will paste it in front, you can see here. So we have the shape here. Now if I make it like merge unite here, it is going to make a complete black shape like this, because this area is also inside that part. And for breaking that, I am going to press shift E. Shift E means eraser tool, and now I am going to erase some part from here. So as you can see, this is only I am erasing inside the transparency part, nothing of the outside. So if I select it like this now, then press merge unite, and it is going to make the solid colors here inside the flowers only, not in this area. So if I make it black, it is going to completely make those areas transparent. So that part is done good, no problem. Let's say I want to keep my girl on top of this ring from here, and for that I need to select this part because I am inside the transparency. If I press shift E means eraser tool, I have to erase it from here, then from here. That means I am not placing anything on top of this area. Now if I come here on the surface layer, let's copy our girl, select this part of the graphics, then open transparency for it, press Ctrl F. So Ctrl F will again make it look like this. Now we are inside the transparency of these graphics, and let's make it merge unite here. So merge unite will make it look like this. Let's make it black so that it becomes complete transparent. But as you can see, where it was overlapping with the first shape that we placed inside the girl image, that is making the problem. But we just want this part of the design, not the whole part. So if I select it, then I can simply press alt and delete it like this, because I only need this part of the design to be on top. So that is done. I think that is good. Let's select our this rose images, like say, okay, let's rotate them a little bit so that it is not overlapping too much. Okay, let's copy them, Ctrl C. Now if I select this girl image inside the transparency, press Ctrl F, again merge unite, and of course this is now blue. So blue doesn't make it complete transparent, so it is looking like this. You have to make sure you are making it complete black, and complete black makes it complete transparent. And once it is done like this, we can simply select this one, copy, then come here, select this part, inside transparency, press Ctrl F. So here we are just placing the black part of the roses. So my graphics is looking like this right now. I hope this is not super confusing. You can understand the process, and let's make it black. So all black will make it look like this. So we have our own kind of graphics with adding these elements. Now this part of the girl image, I don't want them to be visible. So if I select it, then go inside the transparency. Now someone commented for showing the pencil tricks here. So I need to hide this part, and for that I just need to press N, that means pencil tool, with black fill. If I draw a shape like this here, that will hide. Like this shape is making this part hide. So you can do it with pencil tool, you can do it with pen tool, whatever tool you are comfortable with, no problem. Just the focus is, the goal is to make it draw a shape like this, and wherever we don't want to make it visible, we can make a shape, black shape there, and that will be invisible. But we don't need this, so let's get that. Okay, so I think that much is good for this one. Let's say I want to keep it like this is going to be a really small part of my video, of my design, not the main focus point, because then it will be a very long design kind of that. So this is going to be the wide of my design. I don't need these small parts because they are just going to make my design wider, or kind of that. I don't need that. So let's say, okay, let's delete this part from here, and don't worry about these small details here. This is not going to be even visible, so that much is fine. Let's delete our this to ruler. Okay guys, so this is just we are making the graphics part is done, and as you can see, here is a tons of text, very big design. So that's why we need to make it make it smaller so that we can place our designs. Like you can see, this area is some smaller text. So if we make them bigger like this part is bigger, then this part we can, like this part, this for we can make it smaller, and then we will be placing our graphics kind of this. Then we will continue the design. Anyway, so let's start the process. These are some ribbons I'm going to use here. So let's select them, and then okay, they are already black, that is fine. So here first step is the lucky mom. This is my first focus text, and now this is a kind of, this is a tattoo kind of design, right? So tattoo related design, so you have to choose some fonts like that. For this one I'll maybe use, I don't know, if I was study on regular, yeah, was study on regular is a good font, or I can do something like roseberry. Let's say maybe you guys will have this font, low roseberry, this is a good font. So let's say this is our focus text. And for this one, so when it is a focus text, we have to, if we keep making the design, it can be kind of, it can be long or short or fat design. Let's say we don't want it, so let's take a rectangle of 500 by 600 pixel, just like this. We can make it a bit bigger. So this is going to be the full album, like that. This is the full artboard of our this design. If we make this size bigger, it will become 4500 into 5400. So that's why we can make a rectangle like that. Let's turn down the opacity. Let's say I'm going to lock it. So Control X, Control B, that will make it in the send to back. So let's lock it here. So this is my artboard size. Now whatever I am doing here, if I am making them inside this area, then it's good. Like that will be inside my full artboard area. So I will try to do that. Okay guys, let's unlock this for now. I want to bring this here and then make it bigger. So that much big is good for me. So this is my main design here. I am the lucky mom. So I am a, let's say for this one we are going to use a font, I don't know, let's use our enamela, because this one is bold and looks good. And then I have a crazy, then this crazy I'm going to take that font. Then tattoo daughter I'm going to make it this font, because if someone's daughter got tattoo, maybe her mom also have one. So we are going to keep it similar like this. And for this kind of designs, we are going to, if we want to use our ribbons here, then we have to make them accordingly, right? Like first step is, this is going to be the main part of my first part of my ribbon. So let's say I am the lucky mom, so I'm going to place it here. And then I have a crazy daughter here, or maybe here in on the ribbon. Then I have this tattooed daughter, kind of this, let's say. Okay guys, so sorry for that, I don't liking this font here, maybe old sport. Let's say go everywhere. Go everywhere is a good font, but this is too muscular. Let's say a study on. Okay, so let's keep it go everywhere for now. We'll take it, like we'll look at it if it's not working. So this part is going to be look like this. I'm going to keep it here. So this lucky mom and this ribbon, I'm going to make them a, like I'm going to make them do some intersections here, kind of. This is the, there is arc in the ribbon. So if I take my this lucky mom text, go to effect, wrap, and then arc lower. So arc lower, we can go to minus direction, kind of this. Then we can match the arc of the ribbon like this. Now this is not perfectly matching, of course, but we can always modify that. Like I want to keep this L and M position like this. Then for the center position, if I go to properties panel, arc lower, we can increase the lower, not 30%, let's make it 25%, and see how it is going. So as you can see, this is perfectly making a match here with the arc of the ribbon here. Then tattooed daughter, I want to keep it here. I have a crazy, so this I have a crazy, I want to place it here. on the ribbon. So let's say go to effect, arc, and then wrap. But this time we are going to go in this plus direction. That means in the upper direction, the curve should be on the upper direction, kind of this. But this is too much. Let's say make it smaller, and when we are making it smaller, the arc is not matching, and for that we have to decrease the size of the arc. Let's say 18%. Let's keep it 18%. I think that is looking good. And for this part here, okay, this lucky mom, I want to make it a bit bigger like that. That is fine. This tattooed daughter, so this daughter text I'm going to make it that kind of theme here. I'm going to make it like something that is going to fit in my this ribbon area, and for that I can simply place it like this in this position. Then for this tattooed, I am going to use a scripted font. Let's say Narmada. So if okay, so this is the tattooed font. Tattooed. Okay, sorry, I'm checking the spellings because that's where I make the most mistakes. Tattooed. Yeah. Okay, I was right. So I have a tattooed daughter. In this tattooed section, I'm going to keep it like this so that it is everything inside this certain area. So we are just making a like a boxy shape here so that we can use our design here. Like we have to make a place that is for this graphics. So who happens to push a lot. So this time we are going to make it this font. Maybe this is a female design, like both are women's. The mom is a female, daughter is a female, so we should use some curvy font here. So she has some serious anger issue for and for stupid peoples, anyway, whatever that is. So let's keep it here, stupid people. So this is going to be the theme for my this one here. Let's say we are going to bring in some ruler here so that everything stays in a certain area, so kind of this. And then let's say right click and lock guides so that it doesn't move from its position. So who happens to push a lot, anger issue, dislike, let's break them all of it so that we can align them with our rulers there. I just want to make it kind of this, and this is going to be the graphics area of my that design, anger issue and for stupid people. Okay, so let's bring in our graphics here so that we can place it like this. Now I really don't want to make it too small so that it cannot, like the details of the design is not visible. I don't want it because then there is no point of making a graphics like this. So I'm going to, let's say, overlap it with the text a little bit there, then I can make it bigger also here. So who happens to push a lot, let's keep it here. And then she has a serious anger issue, let's say make it smaller. Now this time I am going to follow it with this direction of my this ruler here. Let's say I am going to bring in another ruler for kind of this area so that it is not overlapping with my graphics. And serious dislike for stupid peoples, kind of this direction to this direction. And then of course we can make it that to that point to that point. And stupid people say, let's say make it bigger so that we can make that a focus text, and we can of course fill this area of the design. Now I have to keep in mind one thing, that I am once I am reaching this end of the graphic, I want to make it, now my words I want to make them bigger from this area. So that is fine. Let's say I'm selecting these three. If I align them, and then I'm going to distribute the space between them, kind of this. So let's say I'm going to bring them in this position. So this push a lot, I want to make it bigger because I have extra areas here. I can do that. Okay, so sometimes it's really hard to make it perfect because of this kind of some text or letters. We can always modify them. See, if I make the C a little upper in the position, we can simply make a make the gram base level kind of similar with the text here. So tattooed daughter, who happens to push a lot, she has a serious anger, stupid people hurt me, and this hurt me, this one here is I'm going to use one of my this ribbons again because we have used one there. So okay, let's say I'm not going to use this one for now. Let's say I'm going to use this one just to make it a different part. And that hurt me is a really important text here because that is describing the reason why your body will not be discovered. So hurt me, I'm going to make it same in a mela font. Hurt me, you hurt me, kind of this. We can make the space between the text a bit bigger, then simply you can select them, center align them like this, and that is fine for me. I think let's place it with the ribbon area, like with the, sorry guys, okay, let's bring that in, then we can simply make it bigger here. Okay, so kind of that is fine. Let's say I don't need this ribbon here anymore, and they will never find your body. Let's make them two line because we have lots of area there to cover. And let's say I'm going to make it roseberry because we have but, and they will never find your body. I don't want it to make it, okay, nothing really likes that. So let's keep it bigger for this area, and I'm going to make it, okay, I'm not going to make it that much bigger here. Let's say we are going to make it smaller, kind of this, so that it's not becoming a very long design or kind of that. So yes, she bought me this shirt. Let's use enamela here. So this part is going to be really small, but we don't want to make it like the this kind of, in this kind of designs you will see this part is really smaller, kind of this much, because that is not the focus point, but that is the emotion people want to target, that my daughter is giving me a t-shirt or my mom is giving me a t-shirt, kind of that. This is a marketing strategy, nothing else. So that much is cool, I think. So these are not the focus text of my this design, but yet it is, we are using it, and they will never find your body. Sorry guys, let's say I don't want them to make, I don't want them to stand out that much bigger in size. Sorry. So I'm going to make it again here, and I'm going to make, yes, let's use the roseberry font, no problem. And this much bigger is good for me. Of course that will not make my design too much longer, and kind of this, and they will never find your body. Yes, she bought me this shirt. Okay, so that much is fine. As you can see guys, how easily we make a really cool looking design, but without making it too long, with using some rulers, some guides to guide us. Now let's unlock the guides because I don't need them anymore. Thank you for being there. So this is my final design for this one, not yet final, just the position of the text I want to make it kind of this. Now as you can see, I can make it bigger, and then it is going to fit in my this artboard size, and that is pretty good, I think. Nothing is going outside this area, I will fix it now. So let's say lucky mom, this, that text is done, so let's keep it here like this. And then I'm going to make it I am a. So okay, let's, before breaking that, let's increase the, okay, not increase, because this is a very confusing text here. So let's say I am a, like this, in this position direction, that is fine. Now if I select everything from here, like these are already in a good position. So let's say I'm going to align, I want to align it with my other text. So if I select it, then if I make this my key point, key object, I can align it with my, oh, sorry, sorry guys. So this part I'm going to make it like, let's bring in little down like this, that is fine. Let's say we want to finish this part, if there is anything needed to done. As you can see, this is the daughter text, and that part is this tattooed girl. I wanted to create an effect here because I'm going to create an offset path for the text. Ctrl X to cut it, selecting, okay, here is a live text, like a live text. Let's break it, let's make it a group, then open transparency, press Ctrl F. That is going to place that here, and that is going to hide those part. That is fine, I think. Let's select our this daughter text, press Ctrl F. This is going to be like this, and that area is done for us. I have a crazy, okay. So here this crazy text, it is overlapping with our ribbon, this part. Let's say we are going to make a offset path for the text also. Let's open transparency for the ribbon, press Ctrl F here, and that is going to place it here, but I don't want this small parts, and here I use my pencil tool just to draw a shape. Whoever brother commenting about the pencil tool, this is how or where I use my pencil tool. Okay, that much, that area is done. Let's say this part is overlapping, and we can simply avoid overlapping by making it a bit smaller, because it's not really important to overlap there. So let's say we can bring that a bit up, then there will be more space, but we can simply select all of them, then we can simply like align them right side, then we can distribute the space between them. That will make it easier. Or let's say bring them a bit right. So that much is done. You hurt me, so this hurt me, I want to make some space here. You hurt me, then kind of this, because simple is boring. Let's distribute the space between them, that is fine. Let's select our these two stars, open there, make a offset path for them, smaller size is good. Cut it, select this part, open transparency, press Ctrl F. So it is going to make a little small area like this. That is good, just making something unique or trying to do something. So that much is done. And for this part of the text, as you can see, this is looking like a single text there, so I don't want it. Let's use some stars here to fill the gaps. I am just duplicating them. Okay, I think 5 stars will work for me. Here is only already 6, so I can select them, move on position, then I can distribute the space between them. Sorry for that. Let's first make it a group, that is fine. Let's keep another group here, then select all of them. I'm going to distribute the space between them, align them center wise, then I'm going to make it align with my that text, so that is fine. Okay guys, and for this area, I don't want to waste too many time here to make something that is not really important. So for this area, I'm going to just put a small star here. I will not go outside of that text area, kind of this. Let's say, okay, this is just not really important, so let's say make a offset path like this. That much is fine. Cut it, selecting this group, press Ctrl F here. It is going to, that is really not important because this star is not overlapping with those area. Okay guys, so this is my final design for today's work. Let's expand everything, we don't have to use all of it. So if everything is expanded, let's try to click, make it one color. It is already black, So let's say let's make it red and see if there is anything changing. So that is perfect for us. Let's turn off this layer, or we can unlock this so that we can make it 100% opacity to see how it is looking. This is looking really bad, so let's make it black. And this is our final design, guys. So this design is not about teaching you how to make this design, how you can convert or modify existing design to a really better one, or you can simply use these techniques to use in your design to make something really great, really cool, so that you can learn a lots of new things from it, kind of this I think. Then I will be okay. This is just a small area and we have some, we know how to create a star. So that's why let's fill this area like this, distribute the space, and then I'm going to make it like this. Okay, so this is my final design for now, and I hope this will give you some advanced level idea how to modify your especially vectors to use in your design, then how to place text, how to use where to keep the space, how to make a design inside a certain area. So if this is helping you guys, subscribe to my channel. If you want to learn something, comment on my videos, I will try to reply you guys. So that's it for today's video. Thank you everyone, thank you for supporting me. See you next time, guys. Have a great time.